Bon dimanche tout le monde, c'est moi Deanne. Happy Heart Sundays. It is already the 1st of August, which is blowing my mind to be honest because summer is halfway over. Eee! Anywho, it's our weekly connection, and yes, I am toute seule aujourd'hui, but of course I got little Mavis kind of hanging out in the background. And yeah, just wanted to have a quick little chat and just share a little bit about the recent readings. If you've seen my post on Facebook and or Instagram, my sister lent me this book and it blew my mind. I literally read it on the plane home from Calgary to Montreal. Well, actually it was Kelowna to Montreal. And I had no idea. And it was really cool to see people's responses because I was like, did anyone else bawl their eyes out after reading this? Because I was like a hot mess, just sobbing. And I got many responses saying like, yeah, I read this like 20 years ago. I gave this to my son when he was a kid. Couldn't put this book down. Rested with me forever. And I really just, if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. I'm also the kind of person that does believe that if, books for me anyway, I don't know about you, they kind of show up when I need them. So I've had books, and I'm sure as you have too, sitting on my shelf or sitting, somewhere, and I haven't picked them up, and then one day I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to read this book. And then boom, it like is life-changing. So it's kind of like how I've shared before with How to Ikigai. I'm still working through that. The book finished, of course, but it's been an amazing experience to go through How to Ikigai, and this has kind of helped because, it's just like searching for that journey and how, listening to our heart is so important. I mean, listening to my heart is so important, and just being able to talk to my heart. Like, it's interesting. I never thought about talking to my heart. A lot of people believe in talking to, a higher power, whatever that is for you or for them, or, sending a prayer or, talking to, I'm not sure, but for me, I never thought about talking to my heart. So that's something that I've been working on. And of course, going in the long sides of that, I shared also on my Instagram and in my newsletter, if you get my heart letter, thank you, that I'm releasing, yes, so Palm Tree Party is killing it. It's doing all the awesome things. People are starting to do the dance and recording it. I've had a few friends like Lindsay and my friend Kayla and her man Johan, and they've done videos of the dance. And it's just so great because the whole purpose of the song is to encourage fun and families and just to let go and let loose. So the song is doing its purpose, and it's, rocking and rolling all through the summer. But as I want to continue, because for me, I want to connect with as many hearts as possible, so I decided to do a version of Electric Love by the Borns. Maybe I'm saying the name wrong. Bjorns, but not Bjorns, the Borns, I think. And it's, like an upbeat shuffle. And my buddy David and I, which you would know from It's 5 O'Clock Somewheres, we did this really cool jazzy pop ballad version of it. And so that is coming out August 13th. And with this song, I worked with my coach, my vocal coach, on it the last few months. We were doing our Zoom lessons. And, she really had me go deep. Just gonna let Mavis out. Oh, baby. She just really encouraged me to go deeper into my essence with this song. And so, there's a rawness to my voice in this song that, I haven't really shared too much of in my past recordings. And I remember we were in a lesson one day, and again, on Zoom, and she just kind of gave me this cue that clicked for me in my head about getting to that essence. And all of a sudden I started singing the song Electric Love and practicing, and I'm just started bawling. And then she starts crying, and I sang through the whole song. But it was the most amazing experience I've ever had while singing, because it was like my body was just responding so much to all the emotion that I was feeling, and it was just coming out. And no, it was not perfect. How do I say? My mentor Vinks, he's always been on my case about this too. Vinks, I love you. It's not about the perfection of the singing. It's about getting into that emotional place. And so, it's kind of like I just had to turn my brain off and be like, it's okay, you got this, and just let it go. And, you know, it was just the most incredible feeling. It's like I found my voice for the very first time. So I've really got to practice that. And even when I went into George's studio here in Montreal, whom I love you, Georgia, you're the best. You know, he's like, wow, he's like, you're singing differently and it's amazing. And so it's an experiment, but I'm happy, you know, and I think that's what I'm loving about just creating music and releasing it and just seeing where it goes and just creating from here, this place, because that's, you know, I've done a lot of shifting in the last year on a lot of things, and it's just this amazing feeling of freedom, I guess. So, you know, and it's great because alongside with, you know, The Alchemist and How to Ikigai, you know, I'm on this seeking path, I guess, and I'm sure a lot of you are possibly on your, you know, seeking your path, your purpose, the journey. Anyway, so if you are, please let me know because I'd love to, you know, chat more with you about it. And just to wrap this up, you know, it's a quick little ditty, but I have a new playlist on Spotify that I created, and it's called Songs for Sexy Time. Yeah. So basically that's the purpose of it. It's got some really great music on it. Of course, I've, you know, got catching up to do on there, an original tune written by myself and Andrea, and it's a great tune. It's a great tune to have sexy time with. So anywho, if you need some extra sexy time music, follow me on Spotify and find the playlist. I'll also put it down in the comments below. So, as well as The Alchemist, if you don't have your copy yet, there's a link below that you can click on and check it out. And I highly recommend it. And for those of you that have already read it, I'm so glad that I'm in the club now because it's life-changing for sure. Okay, so lots of love to you. À très bientôt, and we'll see you next week. Mwah!